So I'm glad to be back. Ali asked me to sit on the front seat, and I thought, you know what? I went through medical school, I get through residency, I have a bunch of board certifications, I have earned my first seat, I don't need to be sitting first seat. So I sat in the next row. I felt bad. If I go back, that means I'm very lazy. No offense, Bob, but I'll just take the second seat. So, and I'm glad to be back. And I want to tell Ali, those of us that are back, I don't know if we got cursed to come back. We loved it so much. I can't tell. I know for me, I just loved it so much. I didn't have to get convinced to come back. So here we are. So I'm going to share my story with you. And this is in memory of my dad. When I wrote it, which was back in January, that's when he passed away, and so he was on my mind. And it's a true story, so I'll just share it with you. It was my father's birthday 2 months ago. He passed away over 11 years ago, and he would have been 68 years old. He taught me a lot of things and shaped who I am today. And as it was his birthday, I was reflecting on some of the lessons that I learned from him. And there was a saying that he would always tell me in French, because he spoke French and other languages, but he'd always tell me, petit à petit, l'oiseau fait son nid, which means that little by little, the bird builds its nest. And he'd always remind me of that when I would be trying to do something new. And I would look at the task and it would just feel too daunting to do. And he'd just say, I know you can do it, even though I would say, I don't know. That would have been any age. Elementary school, middle school, high school, college, medical school, residency. If he was alive today, it would have been the holy trail of green card pursuits. So that's the reminder for me. Step by step, the bird builds its nest. So it happened, of course, on this anniversary of his birthday, that I had a patient who came in. I'm a physician, work with patients, live patients, not a radiologist or pathologist. So this patient came in and she was dealing with anxiety and depression. She was doing therapy for a while. She was kind of stuck. She was finally ready to consider a medication because all the other ways that she tried were not quite helping her. Not in the way that she needed. Not in the way that she needed to get a grip over her mental health and her life. So I gave her options. To my surprise, while on the other hand, she thought she was ready to try a medication, on the other hand, she discovered that she felt like she froze. She couldn't make a decision because she'd never been on medications at all. Was she ready to take a medication? But on the other hand, what was the cost of her not taking the medication? Not getting out of bed, not going to work, not being with her family? How much was her depression and anxiety affecting her life, getting in the way? So we went back and forth between her feeling ready, feeling reluctant, her hesitancy. I gave her all the information, because part of making the right decision for any person is knowing all the information. But sometimes I think that medicine gets affected by the whole consumerism mentality. Calling patients clients, calling me a provider. This is not the kind of medicine that I signed up for. That was not on my medical school application. But it seems that's where healthcare is headed these days. I'm a provider to consumer. My job is to give the client all the options, and the client can make the right choice for themselves, like they're buying a house or something like that, or maybe a mixer or a blender. But when it comes to healing and the healing relationship, it doesn't work that way. It's not disposable. Our lives are not disposable. Who we are is not disposable. We're always in the making. I don't think that consumerism and the market got that kind of memo. In Arabic language, the way we refer to a physician is Hakim for a male or Hakima for a female. Hakim means a wise person, a wise man. We refer to the physician as a wise person because the patient comes and seeks the physician's knowledge and wisdom to help them in the context of the doctor-patient relationship. As I said, I personally couldn't function in a client-provider relationship. Here, buy this from me. I'm not a good salesperson, never was. In a healing relationship, the physician may be seen with some wisdom, but ultimately, it's the patient's inner wisdom and guidance that helps them to take that next right step, that next right choice, however small it might be. So when I was sitting with that patient, who on the surface appeared ready to make a decision after getting all the options, it turns out that underneath that surface, she was searching for the next right step, with her air of uncertainty and apprehension that comes with it, which is human. Consumerism doesn't tell you that. They want to sell you the certainty, and they put a price on it. Well, I didn't. The patient discovered that she didn't have to do a whole lot of steps, just that first right step, that mini step. But it was hard, and it was scary. And there was no price on that. So remembering my dad, who always encouraged me and reminded me that the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. And step by step, the bird builds its nest, drawing on that wisdom. I encouraged my patient to do the same. Said, you don't have to make a decision today, a big one. I know it might feel like it's big, but it's not. What would be the next thing that you can do? The next right small step. She thought about it. She relaxed. She said, maybe I don't have to be on the medicine forever. I said, no, you don't have to be on the medicine forever. My goal is to put myself out of business, so you don't stay on the medicine forever. She laughed. She said, maybe I can try it for a day or two and see. And I said, right, that's the next right step for you in this moment. Let's try it for a day or two, and then you let me know. And even I made my choice of dose of the medication as a small step. We chose a low baby dose because that was what we're doing, one step at a time. We're not committed, we're not stuck, we're not frozen, but at least we were moving. We were taking that step on her healing journey, nestled in this long, trusted, and tried doctor-patient relationship. This is what I learned from my dad, that with encouragement, belief, faith, support, both from loved ones and deep within, we take the next right step on the journey of our lives. So as you listen to my story and my patient's story, where in your life have you thought, I want to make a change the direction of my life. I want to do something, but there's so much to do and so many steps and unknown. I want you to think, what's the next small step that you can do? Just like a bird when it builds its nest, by picking up one little stick. What do you want to build? What step are you taking so you're headed in the direction you intend, and you're not stuck, frozen, or overtaken by fear of the unknown? And as you do that, what piece of wisdom are you learning along the way, and maybe even sharing it with others? Thank you.